Okay, so here's Henry. I'd like to just go over 4 different things here. This video is on the Pix Firewall 501 security appliance. This is pretty much the original small firewall that is, I believe, what the ASA 5505 was based on. Essentially, the 5505 has things like SSL VPN and a lot more features, I think, and different licensing styles, where this device is a little bit more limited, non-SSL and so forth. But once this device is fully loaded, as far as the latest version, this is a very affordable $20 appliance that could sit on your cable modem or DSL modem and essentially provide you with great VPN capabilities. I have this as my public to private transition device domain, so it truly has a public IP setting on the outside interface, and everything on the inside is my computers or the IP lab. So anyway, depends on the version. I run the latest version here. Let me just quickly open the device manager. We're looking here at Pix version 6.35 and PDM version 3.04, and essentially that one there, you are guaranteed a performance summary that's listed here. So 3 to 6 megabits per second on a DES, 3DES or AES, 60 megabits per second on clear text throughput, and VPNs, there's a total is 10 here. One cool item here is power drain or current drain. So it is at 3 volts, only 1.5 amps, or it actually is 50 milliamps at 115. So we're looking at a device that you can leave on 6 watts, and very tiny device. Travel the world and hey, log into your lab and work your labs remotely. I have an IP controlled power distribution unit. Cost me under $100 on eBay as well. So yeah, definitely a go. Number 1, how do you get the VPN going? Use the VPN wizard in your PDM. So let me just quickly connect up to the 501 here, just to demonstrate. This part is really just going to show is the 501 capable of a Cisco VPN client? Can you connect? How does it work? And sure enough, yes, it can. Careful here, if you don't enable NAT-T as a command, which is extra, it's not included in your wizard, and this never climbs up while you're trying to ping your devices on the inside from the over your VPN, such as my 110 is my IP control power strip, and the reason I made the 110 the last docked at 110 is because that's what's feeding it is 110 volts. It's a power distribution box, easily identifiable. Yes, we're up and running. Major, this item's major, and I'll show you how to make sure that you always come up NAT-T IPsec over UDP port 4500-4500. So that'll be in shortly. So yeah, I'm now officially over a different ISP connected to my home network. VPN is up. I am up. I can, let me just restart Wireshark here, and I can prove out that let me reping the device. There's the ARP, and there are the ping request reply. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we are. Essentially, again, how do you configure this device? So it's using the Pix Device Manager, PDM version 3.04. A major problem for people getting this to work. It was for me as well. This is extremely dependent on your browsers and Java settings. You'll notice something here. Should you decide to use version 1.6.0, you will be golden on your Java. Not just for PDM, but at the same time you can get ASDM going on this same Java version 1.6.0. I'm talking ASA's versions 8.2, maybe 8.3, and so forth. This seems to be the golden version that is possibly one of the latest PDM versions of Java that supports PDM. And also one of the first Java versions that support ASDM. You go 1.5 lower than 1.6 and ASDM stops working. You go 1.7 and ASDM stops working as well. So nevertheless, here are the wizards: VPN, site-to-site, remote access. Go next. Here we are, VPN client, and this is essentially how you would go about setting it up. I already have it set up, so I'm going to exit out. Major thing here is your options, preferences. Always make sure that this is checked off so that you learn the commands as they go into your appliance. Over CLI, you have to do this and then hit OK. Not enabled when you open this up. So anyway, what else? That magic command that makes this work. Let me start my SSH session to the device. So I have 3 ways of connecting to the device. I have the VPN itself, and I'm gonna go all the way to my inside network. I have the ASDM equivalent, which is called PDM here, which I'm connected to the outside interface. Plus I have SSH, which I'm gonna log into now, and this is the initial login. Here's the privileged password, and there we are. So sure run. Not going to waste a lot of time on this. Lots of this is generic. Some of it is, you'll notice syntax is extremely similar to the ASA. I'll just highlight a few things. This is, I would believe, identical. Here's another thing that's extremely similar. Defining the interfaces, NATing is extremely similar. So yeah, you'll learn the Pix well. You'll do very well on the ASDM as well. That's very much the case. This is the older brother of the ASA. So here we are. This is what allows me to access the PDM from both inside and outside. This is what allows me to access the SSH outside, inside, and I can also just plain old telnet. Here's my inside pool, non-VPN, and then here's my pool that's VPN. Access list. Outside we have a set route that comes from our ISP, so I get the IP and the default route from the ISP over the outside interface. Inside has this pool. Class C subnet, Class A IP, and there we are. Magic command that makes this work over all NATed environments, including Verizon and AT&T My5. ISACAMP NAT Traversal 20. This, I believe, is a timer, and this command essentially forces ISACAMP to happen over UDP 4500 port number. So let me stop here. I'll follow up on this in more detail, but this is kind of an intro video. And I'm also at the